Hi folks, I hope you're doing well today. It's 6:45 on the 26th of the 3rd, 2020. 7 p.m. There you go. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've had a good day. Well, no idea what time you listen to this, but if it's morning, I hope you have a good day. And if it's evening, I hope you've had a good day. There you go, it covers everything. Right. Okay, this one will be talking about worship because I was speaking to God about and you understand that most of the time you speak, if you're not speaking to a certain person, you are probably speaking to God, even if you think you're just speaking to yourself. You are sort of musing. And so I was musing with God, just discussing little things. And talking about an artist who, great artist, beautiful voice. A lady called Ella May. Ellamai. Yeah, lovely voice. She can certainly sing, that's a certainty. But she did a song called Booed Up, which again, beautiful song in ways. In ways. I mean the lyrics, I wouldn't say, and that's what I was speaking to God about, the lyrics. You got this song, and even though the song sounds beautiful, really does sound absolutely stunning. Yeah, this lady can sing. My God, she can sing. But like the song says, "Oh no, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do." So it's like, not good. Yeah, I don't like that part of the song. Yeah, I mean, it starts off saying, "Feelings so deep in my feelings, no, this ain't really like me. Can't control my anxiety. Feeling like I'm touching the ceiling. When I'm with you, I can't breathe. Or you do something to me." But that's fine. I was talking about love and that. Yeah, I know that. I felt that recently with that young lady I've spoken about. It's very similar. You just, boom. Okay. But if the song, the chorus would have just said, "I never get over you because I won't be able to find someone like you, someone else like you," that'd be great, because that's basically saying, yeah. When he's talking about finding somebody that would get me high like you, that you do, no, because that's talking about that buzz of, well, it could be talking about the sexual side of the relationship, and this person does something to her that gets her all high, and again, we don't need to know that. That's information that we don't need, really. And so it got me thinking it'd be nice if singers sang about things that they were interested in, the things that they believed, things that were important to them. Yeah, because so many nowadays have whatever values they have, they don't tend to put it across in the music. They don't tend to try to do that. Yeah, it's just a case that somebody writes a song and there you go, have that, record that, let that sound good with your voice, which is all very well, but it's not really an identity. But then, anyway, as I was speaking to God about that, I then realised something. That, to be a worship leader, to be a good worship leader, that has to be one of the toughest jobs in the church. Really tough, because if you're singing a song as a worship leader that usually brings you to tears or puts you on the floor, you can't do that when you're leading the worship. Because your job as a worship leader is to get those people out there to worship God. And to worship God the way you would do if you weren't leading the worship. That's your job. I couldn't do that. There's no way, shape, or form I could do that. Because there are songs that bring me to tears and bring me to the floor. And with them, I couldn't hack it. Yeah, singing songs today, even songs that are blinking dancey songs. Even that one, that booed up song, it brings me to tears because I'm listening to this woman's voice. Beautiful. And she's talking about, I interpret that as love. And so, as I said, God's been teaching me about love. So if I was a worship leader singing anything about love, I'd be in tears. That's going to be no use, is it, as a worship leader? So it's a hard job to do. Yeah, I mean, part of the reason why we haven't got the right people in to do that job is because they don't understand the job. And it's like, then I was speaking to God about something, and then God gave me something that was, wow, I've never understood it like that before. Where I was in talking to God about church and about the fact that you have this situation now where most churches do that situation where the message is prepared weeks in advance. So the pastor then speaks to the worship team saying, okay, this is what we're doing the message on. So we're doing the message on Mark chapter 4, verse, just chapter 4, Mark chapter 4. So we're doing that, so we need songs that are going to represent that. Problem with that is God's not leading anything there. He's not leading on the message for that day because it's been prepared weeks in advance by the man. So he's not leading on the worship. He's probably not leading on the prayer as well because, again, they're probably praying in that sort of area. And then I start to understand the way God wants it, where you still have your prayer, you still have your worship before the message, before the minister brings his word or whatever he's going to bring. But then you have it completely opposite, where no one's told what to pray, no one's told what to sing, and nothing is prepared in advance for the music, for the prayer, or for the message. It can be God-led, or it has to be God-led. If you are the minister in a church and God has not given you anything to say, you just let the worship continue until God has given you something to say. Then you bring that. Because God helped me to see that when they are preparing the message a long time in advance, then that message is done with head, not heart, not spirit, but with head. And what people need, who are out there, who are the ones who need to be led to worship by the worship team, what they need from the minister is for the minister to be speaking spirit to spirit with God. It has to be spirit to spirit with God. And then God is going to give that minister some things that are going to be incredible for the people. And what this shows me is that we're starting to get stuff from God about how he wants church to be run in the future. With a bit more detail. I said before now, I never understood the point of spirit to spirit and that's how God wanted it done. I knew it was a case that God wanted it done where when God speaks, the minister speaks. When God shuts up, the minister shuts up. But spirit to spirit is really what God's been speaking to me about for years. It's just I never knew it as spirit to spirit. So that's good. That's a good point, is it? If we're getting more information, then it means that we're being prepared for something. And it's good to be prepared for what's coming. It's also a case that when you're being prepared, you probably have a part to play in that, which is good. It's all good. Just had a bit of a situation with regards to this virus, a bit concerning. Had someone coming to pick up a puppy, and of course, as people do whenever they see puppies, he started stroking all the other pups. I'm like, oh God. If you have the virus, then it means that if I start touching those puppies, I could easily get it. But then I realised, oh crap. I picked up the pup he's going to get, knowing he'd already stroked that pup. And I start saying goodbye to it again, like giving it a kiss, etc., etc. And then realised, he's just stroked this pup. He could easily have put the virus onto the pup without knowing it. Did he? Probably not. No, I don't think he did. But it's just that's the way it is now, isn't it? With this social distancing crap that's being put into us, we start to panic a bit. So of course, because I kissed the puppy, I come in, got a bit of hand washer, started putting it just inside my mouth as well, as if that's going to make the blindest bit of bloody difference. Insane. How this thing is making us behave is insane. I mean, put it this way, hands have never been cleaned. I mean, have some people taking it to an extreme where they're going to be washing off layers of skin. God, jeez. Crazy situation. We've got to hope that this virus gets kicked in the teeth fairly soon. They're talking about today on a program I saw. We're going to have these game changer kits that people can test themselves to see if they've got the virus or have had it as well. It'll tell you whether you've got it or whether you've had it. Or whether you haven't had it. It's like, wow, one heck of a flipping test. It can tell you 3 things. Fantastic. But these things aren't even proven to work at this moment in time. So it's just people that work in government that are trying to get people excited about this, maybe this thing that could help. Maybe it can. I don't know. And also, is it going to be free, or people have to pay for it? I mean, when you saw that, I said in the thing the other day that you get these famous people like Prince Charles got the virus, where he and his wife were tested. How do he and his wife get tested, but the rest of us don't? Can we just say we've had a bit of contact with somebody? Can I come in for a test? What they're going to say? No. Simple as that. They're going to say no. So yeah. Oh dear. So is it a case where a test will be free, or would you have to pay for it? I don't know. Oh, I'm tired. Well, the reason why I'm tired is because I'm not been having coffee. Yesterday, no coffee. Today, no coffee. Drinking tea, but no coffee. The reason is because when I was doing my driving lessons and driving tests and stuff, I was drinking a lot of coffee. Now, before that, I never really drank much in the way of coffee. It might be like a few times a week that I'd have a cup of coffee. It was rare. But I increased my coffee by quite a lot to try and keep me awake for the lessons and the tests and stuff. But then I started getting pretty bad indigestion. And to me, I linked it to the coffee. But the problem is, GPs now are so lazy. So incredibly lazy. They just say, here you go, take that antacid thing to deal with indigestion. If that isn't working, we're up the dose to give you a higher dose of it. Rather than actually, let's try and find out what's causing this. So mask the problem rather than deal with it. I mean, I understand, come on. I mean, compared to, we in the UK are blessed. If we compare ourselves to the people living in America, we are blessed because we actually have a health system that does so much for us. And we moan that, I just moan that the GP isn't referring me to get it tested to see where this situation is coming from. It's indigestion because I mean it could be serious. It could be nothing. Problem is, all the while you mask it, you're never going to find out. And if it is coffee related, then okay, I'll find out. I can then say, okay, it is or it isn't. You know, I have to come off coffee for a while, I guess. So of course now today I'm a lot more tired than I normally would be at this time of day because I've had tea but not coffee. Now tea does contain caffeine, just not as much because I was having pretty strong coffee a few times a day. So yeah, that's the situation right now with that. DVLA is still open about the driving issue. They sent me forms that were supposed to be filled in within 10 days, but of course they sent them on the 13th. They arrived on the 24th, so that was not possible. So I tried to phone them again and finally got through to someone. And I'm like, well, excuse me, why have you sent me these forms? You sent the same forms to my GP that have now been filled in. And the person said, well, they're not exactly the same, these forms. Yeah, but they're pretty much the same. They're asking the same question. Basically, they're asking the same question. So therefore, yeah. But they then said, well, you've got to fill that in and send it off because we can't go any further until then. So, oh, for goodness sake. Jumping through more flipping hoops. All I want to do is drive my car. You know, pay for the car, pay for insurance, paying road tax. I just want to drive the flipping thing. It is my car. I need to go to shops to get food. I can't go to those shops to get food because they're not exactly easy walking distance. And we shouldn't really be out and about any more than what we need to be. So therefore, the stock I can't get because I can't get to the blinking shops. A certain cereal I have, that the puppies have breakfast as well every morning. And of course, this morning none of us had breakfast. Even though I've got a tiny bit left, I've only got a tiny bit left. So trying to make it last. So I didn't have any breakfast this morning, neither the day. Not ideal. It's just keep on dragging on. Jump through this hoop. Oh no, jump through this hoop. No, oh no, jump through this hoop. For goodness sake, you asked for me to do a report with my GP. Done. That's done. Report's done. Now you're sending me this now? Said to the person, why don't you send me this when the report was sent to the GP? Of course, they can't answer that, can they? Yeah, it's quite likely they saw something in the report. They thought, well, we're not sure if that's really been covered, so we'll send this to the person themselves. So I had a choice: first class or second class stamp, but I went for a much more expensive option of, signed for priority delivery, which cost me probably 6 times the amount of the first class stamp. So I'm fed up with waiting with this thing. Yeah, if it gets me to be able to drive my car, then that's good. Yeah. I mean, sod's law also, I filled the car up with diesel just before I got my license revoked. And now diesel prices have come right the way down because of the fact obviously nobody's really driving. So I put the more expensive diesel in my car, which is great. But one option is get some jerry cans, fill the jerry cans with diesel, stick them in a cupboard outside in one of my sheds, and they can be used when I need them. When the car starts running out of diesel, here you go, pump that in there, job done. But I need the car to be able to really do that. Stick them in the back of the car and then bring them back. And it's even the case now. They've been quite stupid. That the police have been showing videos online of their what's it called? Their flying camera thing, whatever they call it. Anyway, filming people in the Lake District, taking their dogs for a walk, and every time they show a person, they just put a little caption saying, "Taking dog for a walk in Lake District, not essential." Excuse me, idiots. You're talking about social distancing. And if you're talking about social distancing, Places like the Lake District, there's nobody there. So if even if there's 10 lots of people driving their cars to one area, the fact you've got a good 40, 50 miles where there's nobody there, might be one house. You can all walk in different distances and you're not coming near anybody. So that's the best way to not spread a disease. Whereas, they're getting really, really bitchy about it right now, the police. Saying that, we've got people coming to pick up puppies. So, yeah. But they've all got an excuse. Like someone phoned me up earlier to confuse the crap out of me. She's due to come and pick up a pup. And she said, you're my uncle. She said, I'm coming to bring some shopping from you. I said, excuse me? I said, who's this? She said, I'm coming to pick up Ella. Went, yeah. He said, well, you're my uncle. I'm bringing you some shopping. I said, oh, well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? She said, well, no, that's my excuse. The police stopped me. I said, oh, okay. I said, okie dokie. I said, so I won't get any shopping then. Dearie me. All fun and games. Quite mad, isn't it, really? Just insane, to say the least. This virus thing and the way it's making people be. It is quite typical of fear related, the way that fear works. Where people be a bit more unreasonable and stuff, and the way they react is way extremes. So yes, all fun and games, definitely. But yeah, with regards to the church and that issue, which is by far more important, and really the reason for this video, it's good news. It's exciting that if God is making points now that are really explaining things a bit clearer, then they're being done for a reason. So that's good. Well, that'll do for this video. There's the church bit, and there's a few more bits and pieces thrown in. DVLA and the coronavirus, or Ronavirus as I call it. Yeah. So there you go. Now you take care. God bless. Have a great day. And please spend time with God and use this time wisely to grow in some area. Whatever you choose to grow in is down to you. So you take care. God bless. Bye bye. Speak to you soon.